Yeah, you sure you are with me? No. You need to draw yourself. I'm not drawing for you. You need to draw yourself. Okay. So for the line, we call this yeah, linear graph. But I also okay, let's say for example, we give this okay, y equals to 2x plus 1. Can you see that for all the x, let's say for example, my x is 2 here, what will my y value be? Okay, I will have 5 for my y value. If I have, say, a negative 3 here, what will my y value be? Negative 5 also, yeah? Okay, so if you do notice, right, for every x value here, we only have one y value output. Again, for every x value here, we only have one y value output. Same thing goes for a quadratic. Let's say, for example, this is x squared minus, anyhow, I don't know whether this will work or not. If I have a 1, if I have a 1 for my x, my y value will be a negative 1. If I have a x value of say 3, then I will have a y value of 9 minus 9. Oh, okay. Oh, my graph very chua. The numbers, never mind. Okay, so again, for every x input, I only have one y output. So I'm going to give you a non-function for you to see. You haven't seen this kind of graph yet, because this one is in, yes. Okay, this graph, it is not a function because for every x value, if you can see, for every x value, I actually have one y value here, one y value here. So this blue graph here is not a function. So I need you to write down that for this both of them, which part? But it will still be this kind of graph. The moment this graph is having a 1x having 2y output is no longer a function. And okay, we are not gonna do it, go into detail of function because function is a JC chapter. Okay, so the moment a graph has one input giving one output, we call this a function. Later I show you the difference between a function and an equation. Okay, so what is the notation of a function? Usually we denote a function as fx. So usually we'll write it like this. Y is a function of x. Okay, how do we read this? We read this as y is a function of x. Okay, this is how we read. So the f bracket, this one is called a function. Function with unknown x within. Is it too small? Okay, function of x. A. Sorry. As of now, you shouldn't be seeing the blue graphs yet. Okay. Another one will be circle. Circle also not function. Circle you will learn in Sec 4. Circle also not function. Okay, so if you want to write another, don't have. Circle also not function because the equation has both x squared and y squared. So for every for every x input, there are 2 outputs. Yeah, so the moment you draw one line across, okay, how do we test whether it is a function? You test it by drawing a vertical line. The moment this vertical line can give you 2 answers, right, it is no longer a function. So we will learn this test when you're in gym. Okay? Okay, I'm gonna move on. Anybody needs more time writing this? Oh, okay. Yes, can. Hey, wait, who is my other cyber no? Oh, Samson. Ian. But Samson is there. No, I'm not making him retire. I'm thinking how we can, like, you know, incorporate ask Samson in. But why? Because usually you will be helping this one, right? Samson can help with the switching on and off. Tidying the wire. Cleaning that thing. Okay, I move on now. Can I? Anyone still writing? Okay. 我写那么多东西吗？ How many of you here are afraid of A math? Scroll up. Actually, A math, right, is easier to solve than E math.
Depends on the difference.
No. The way A math asks questions, I cannot change one. It's the same style.
As long as you just memorize how to answer the question.
If you can go about remembering how the steps move, right? Yeah, you can. You can. E math different. E math got too many real world contexts. Too many.
You prefer A math?
I like A.
Why do you need to?
I have to teach both, my dear. Okay. 这题无忧单。你们在帮 graph 画美美吗？
The draw already finished. So you want to doll up your reference? Must make different color one.
My graph very difficult to draw.
Every 2 square millimeters must change one color.
10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Can I move first? Okay, people, next part. Before I go to question 1, do you all have space? If you all no space, tell me that I shift the number 1 down. Okay, got space, right? Okay, let people ready. Next part. Okay, next portion. A simple one. So let's say, for example, instead, okay, so in the past, you are very used to seeing y equals to 2x plus 1, correct? So now you will be seeing more of fx equals to 2x plus 1. What does this mean? You can just treat fx as y. It means the same thing. Okay, so this fx now, function of x is 2x plus 1. What happens when I put a f3? Anybody can guess what will happen? I start x as 3. So all my x's within the function gets changed into 3s. So that's why I'll write it as 2, 3 plus 1, which is 7. Remember in the past when you were in Sec 1, when you were learning linear equations, and then your teacher introduced you this thing called the function machine? 有没有? So let's say, for example, I have a machine here, which is 2x plus 1. I insert my x value it will come out a y output. 有没有？有没有？有 report not? Don't have Yeah, what will have? Okay, so just imagine that you are changing all the x's in the function to the x value that you want. The output is a 7. Anybody don't understand this portion? Hands up so I can go through it one more time. No. Okay. What is f3? A function of x being replaced by 3. Yeah, you need to learn how to see the notation. Okay. Then another one that I need you to write down will be this. This is the other one. If x is more than 0 and fx equals to x plus 1. Wait, I zoom in this part so that you all can see. If x is more than 0 and fx equals to x plus 1, then fx is going to be more than 1. Yeah, it's therefore. What did I say? Oh. Therefore, fx is more than 1. Okay, so if my x value is always greater than 0, my fx function can never be less than 1. Because my x value, the minimum x value can be 0.00001, which will still be more than 1 when I add 1 to it. Then you more than -1. Okay? Because my x is more than 0. If I put them more, if I put more than or equals, then how the fx should be more than or equal. Because I fixed this. Okay? Okay, I'm gonna write down the next portion, which is the difference between a function and an equation. Then I think you might have a better idea as to what these two is about. Okay, another part. Anyone still writing? Can I move on to the next part? Okay. Okay, can. Enough? Enough space? Okay, I'm going to continue with the next portion, which is the difference between an equation and a function. Ready? Okay, this is the last portion for the note-taking part. Yeah, on page 1. Later I teach you what to do. Okay, difference between function and equation. Later, right? You continue first. Later, you screenshot that one. Oh, I have you screenshot. Okay, difference between a function and an equation. Anybody wrote it on the first page also? 没有哈? Yes. Because you wrote it below, is it? 这样? Like that? Now cover is this one. Okay, I will move it here then. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Summer, where are you? How far down you wrote? Like that can? 我很下面了。I'm at the bottom, super bottom. Got space? Huh? Yeah? You wrote it at the bottom? Oh, okay. 可以啦. Okay, people, show you the difference between function and equation. Okay, I'm going to change the color for this so that it's easier for you to relate. A equation. Okay, so for function, right? Hopefully this one can help you see better. Okay, let's say, for example, I have fx equals to so when my x have different value, when my x have different value, my my fx have different output. Okay, then now I show you equation. Whereas for equation, right, if I have 2x minus 3 equals to 4x, I can solve these. This one, it has a fixed output. So for equation, right, you can solve, but for function, you cannot solve. Okay, equation you can solve, function you cannot solve. Okay, once we are done with this portion, we'll go down to the question 1 at the bottom of this page. Then we'll go to workbook already. Okay, so this is the whole idea of this portion is really on functions. JC writing, huh? Okay, so once we are done with this, we'll move on to the question 1, then we'll go to workbook. Anybody needs more time here? Go what? When is the music? 30th, I cannot. I need to pick my girls. They having CNY celebration. How you all take picture? What's that? Oh, 31st? 31st I got something.
One thing, just one thing.
What do I have for 31st?
You don't have any. You have photo taking first.
Oh yeah!
Yeah, photo taking.
Because it's so late. I'm to cry. Okay, I move up. Okay, we do one question here, then we'll go to workbook already. Okay, this one is simple. Ready? Okay, you need to get, oh, okay, and another thing I need to tell you. I know function starts with F, so you might be thinking that the F bracket 3 means function. I can also write it, I can also write it like this. I can also have this. Then this means that this is a function of G with X within. So I can use different alphabets to denote my function. Can, as long as your within is, okay, let's say for example, 这样. Okay, part 1. I want to have F3. So you just substitute your 3 for your X. Then you should be able to get 19 here. This one should be quite easy. Then we'll go on to the workbook already. Okay. Then for part 2, function where the X get changed to -2. So F -2. Now remember when you are substituting, remember to put a bracket so that part 3 is the one I want you to take note of. Okay, part 3, I want you to start part 3 because part 3, part 1 and part 2 is very straightforward. You just sub. But part 3 actually asks you for all the possible real values of fx. So you need to think a little deeper for the part 3. Yeah, I see some of you typing for the notes, or if you find that it is not very conducive, you can write out on hard copy, okay? In case you find that. No. That's not asking you to solve. So part 3, they are not asking you to solve, they are asking for the range of fx that this fx function can take. Okay, I want to ask, if my fx is 2x squared plus 1, right? What is the variable here? My x squared is the variable, correct? So what is the range that x squared can take? X squared is a square number. So what is the range that x squared can take? Can it be negative? Can my x squared be negative? Can it be negative? I have x squared. Can my x squared be negative? Cannot, right? If my x is negative, my x squared will become a positive. So what is my smallest x squared value that can happen? 0, right? So I'm gonna have x squared more than or equals to 0 because this is the condition that my x squared is being bound to. The moment x squared is more than or equals to 0, when I have a 2x squared, it is still more than or equals to 0. Then what happens next? I need to do a plus 1. So when I plus 1 for left hand side of the inequality, I also need to plus 1 to the right hand side of the inequality. So what happens? This means that my fx will be ranging from the will be bigger than or equals to 1 because of your x squared more than or equals to 0. So if this portion is not stated there, right, then you wouldn't be able to proceed on for this particular question. Follow? Okay. Now 841. No, I cannot do anything much. Okay, tomorrow we'll continue with the workbook questions, but at least today concept-wise for functions, we have covered the bulk of it. I'm gonna pass you this. Homework due date is Monday, right? Next Monday. Okay, people, because you continue.